I have about 30 books on my currently reading list and probably over 4,000 on my to be read list on Goodreads. But in the spring, I completed 6. I want to tell you about them today. Hi, my name is Lindsay. This is Kelly Day Goals. We are a fire family on mission to help our kids learn to love God and actually like each other. And we're also a homeschool family. And as most homeschool families do, we love books, we love reading, but it's more than that. It's not, this isn't exclusive to homeschool families, you know. Reading is a great opportunity to build a culture within your home, reading for yourself and reading with your kids. So I have a mixture of books that I want to share today. I have 3 that were read alouds that I did with my boys who are 8 and 6, and then 3 that I personally read. So I will go through them and let you know a little bit about what I thought about each one. So the first one was a series. It was The Complete Tales by Beatrix Potter. I rated this 3 stars on Goodreads. I really wanted to love this because I feel like Peter Rabbit is like similar to Winnie the Pooh. Like he's loved like Winnie the Pooh. And I didn't love Winnie the Pooh until we read that series. And now I just absolutely love Winnie the Pooh. But I just couldn't get into it. And we did both in audio, Winnie the Pooh and the Complete Tales of Peter Rabbit and everybody, Beatrix Potter's Complete Tales. But I just couldn't get into it. There were parts that were cute, and I liked some of the rhyming and nursery rhyme type quality stuff of it, but there were other parts where it just felt like it was dragging on for me. My kids loved it though, so there's that. And that's why I gave it 3 stars. It's like I didn't really like it. I didn't really dislike it. It was just kind of in the middle for me. The next one was also an audiobook that I did with my boys. It also got 3 stars from me. And you'll realize 3 stars is just really like kind of up in the middle for me. This was The Jungle Challenge by Bear Grylls. We also did this as an audio. We did it during school as part of a survival unit study that we're doing right now. I think this was like the 3rd book in Bear Grylls' survival series. He's written a lot, but these are fiction books that are supposed to teach you like some survival skills, but through story, which is fun and endearing for my kids. But it feels a little bit like twaddle to me. So that's kind of where, again, it's kind of just, whatever, you know, we're still listening to them, but I don't love it. And then the last book, for a read aloud will redeem itself. The last book was Ishtar's Odyssey, a storybook for Advent. Yes, I know these are all books I finished in the spring, and I just said a storybook for Advent. I never know how to say his name, by Arnold Etriad. I have the book actually. I have talked about these books before. This is the 4th one in this series. It starts with Jotham's Journey, and it's 4 different books for Advent that actually have like a little devotional at the end. And they are, it's supposed to be for every single day during Advent, and even has like a calendar inside telling you like when to start depending on what year it is. I love these books. I think Mr. Arnold Y is an incredible author. This one wasn't my favorite of all of his books. He also, if you wanted to read the proper books in the springtime, he also has a series based on Easter more. But we started this and just, went on some trips and stuff and didn't finish it until the springtime. I still gave it 4 stars. It was still fantastic. It just wasn't, like, there's nothing wrong with it. It was a great book. Technically, I should have just given it 5 stars. I just wish I could have given his other books more than 5 stars, if that makes sense, because they were exceptional. Bartholomew's, what's it called? I can't remember. Passage. I can't remember what that one is. That one might be my favorite one. They're all so good though. And if you are looking for an Advent devotional in the summertime, I would definitely check out Jotham's Journey. So each book is centered around a kid who's about 10 years old and is somehow intertwined with the story of Jesus's birth. But the book is really about their story. It just happens to also be taking place around the time of Jesus's birth. So they're really fun. They also intertwine with each other. So like Ishtar's, he had all the 3 books that came before him, those characters were in this book, and vice versa. So it's really fun. We absolutely love these. Yeah, feels funny talking about an Advent book in the summer as one of my spring reads, but it is what it is. Just being honest here. And that was a physical book that we just read at nighttime together. So then I had 3 books that I personally finished in 3 different formats. The first was an audiobook, The Spirituality of the Cross, The Way of the First Evangelicals by Gene Edward Veith Jr. I gave this one 4 stars. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Didn't absolutely agree with every single thing in it, but there was a section on baptism that painted such a beautiful picture, and that was well worth the read as a whole. There were other parts that I enjoyed too, but that part really stood out to me. The next one was a physical book that I read. Look at how pretty this is. This is Wisdom on Her Tongue, and the subtitle is not on the cover, but it's Tips for Getting Back Your Weekends and Holidays and Learning to Communicate Effectively in Marriage by Lexi Sauvé. If you are familiar with Brian or Lexi Sauvé, if you like them, you'll love the book. If you don't like them, you won't like the book. But chances are you probably aren't watching my videos if you already know you don't like them. So the subtitle is kind of a joke because, like, how often do we get to Christmas or a special weekend or a vacation or something, and we have expectations set of our spouse, and then we end up fighting with them, specifically like us as wives with our husbands, and then we end up like nitpicking them and not keeping short accounts and just kind of ruining this special time that we're supposed to finally be getting to spend together. And so that's her point in the subtitle, is that like we're redeeming that, we're getting that back, we're not wasting it. This book, 5 stars. I have another 5-star coming up, but this book, 5 stars across the board. It was so good. I read most of it on a trip, like a quick little 1 or 2 night getaway that we were having as a family. So it's a quick, easy read. You can see it's not very large, but I would highly suggest reading it in one of those times when you are more likely to be less respectful to your husband, when there's a greater temptation for that, because it's incredible the way that when we respect our husbands the way that God has called us to, how life just flows more smoothly and trips like that are more enjoyable. So yeah, very good book. Absolutely loved it. I also would recommend their podcast if you want to check that out too. Bright Hearth is their podcast. Final book that I finished in the springtime was an ebook, or I guess that's what you call it when it's like on your phone. I don't read a lot of those. This was one I had been working on for a while. It was Fertility Awareness Mastery Charting Workbook, a companion to the fifth vital sign by Lisa Hendrickson Jack. I gave this one 5 stars as well. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. If I remember correctly, I bought it for the cycle chart, fertility cycle chart that I knew was in it. Like it says, it's a charting workbook, and it's a companion to Lisa's other book, The Fifth Vital Sign. Now, I did not read that, but I had listened to her podcast a lot, Fertility Friday, and felt like I was really familiar with what she taught already. And so I didn't necessarily need to read the whole book to get the benefits of the workbook. And I really wanted the chart out of it. So that was why I bought it. I guess on Kindle was how I bought it, and kind of slowly worked my way through it. It's not very big, but I got the chart out of it and then slowly kind of worked my way through it. And like I said, it was exactly what I wanted. The chart was exactly what I wanted. I used it for a long time charting my cycle, especially when I was using a thermometer when I was first starting. If that is something that you're interested in doing, I definitely would check out her podcast, her book, and this workbook, and use her chart for that, for a thermometer to start charting your cycle, charting your temperatures and whatnot, your basal body temperature. I did eventually switch to the armband. What is it called? I can't remember what brand it is, because I have stopped using it while pregnant, because I have heard different people say that watching the temperature fluctuate kind of freaked them out while pregnant. Like, it kind of made them worried that something was wrong. And so from the very beginning, I decided, well, it's kind of funny because we were in New York right before I found out I was pregnant. So like in that 2-week wait period, we were in New York for 1 week. And I specifically made sure I had the armband with me, but it was so cold. It was January and it was so cold that halfway through the trip, I gave up wearing it because I was wearing long sleeves every night, and it was just such a pain to like have to pull my arm out of my shirt to put the thing on and whatnot. I really, really wish I had stuck with it, because if you have ever charted your temperature before, after you ovulate, your temperature spikes and then it like stays at a higher level throughout the second half of your cycle. And I've heard that when you get pregnant, it can actually raise again, like on a 3rd tier. And my temperature never ever did that. I could see it was like, it would almost do like a wave like that, like slowly going down towards the end of my cycle. And I always thought like it would be so cool to get to see it go up instead, and I would know for sure like things are different this time. But it was so cold in New York, I kind of gave it up. And then I think it was 2 days after we got home that I took the pregnancy test and found out I was pregnant. So it is what it is. But if you are looking for more information on that, Lisa Hendrickson Jack is a fantastic resource, especially on not just cycle, what is it called? Fertility awareness method. Yeah, so. And on that note, I can feel this baby kicking. I need to get up and move. I'm grateful that you watched this video. If you want to share any books that you've read and enjoyed recently, I would love to hear about it. Otherwise, I will be back with another video about books in a few months. I think I'd like to do this more seasonally. I think that's probably a better fit than trying to do it annually. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Have a good one.